Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today I am at the Rusty Pick, and no, I will not be doing legendary crafting. I'm actually going to spend Scrip at the Purveyor. Normally I would buy modules, but I already have quite a few and I don't really know what to craft. I'm not looking for anything specific at the moment. And somehow, without paying attention, I ended up at maximum Scrip. So I have 6,000, I need to spend some of it, and the Purveyor is actually having a 25% off sale at the moment, which means legendary ranged weapons cost 75 instead of 100. So my plan is to actually spend half my Scrip. We'll spend 300 or 3,000 legendary Scrip, which I think adds up to 40 legendary ranged weapons. Hopefully I get something interesting to play with. If not, I'll just go back into the Scrip machine. Let's just get right into it. Legendary range weapon number 1 is going to be a quad. Holy hell. Okay. Wow. What a start. So we got, wow, we are starting off with a bang. Quad handmade with 50% more critical hit damage and 25% less action point cost. This is a Godroll. Wow, this is wow. All right, this is really good. This is really good. So against bosses, quad ammo capacity is really nice. Extra critical hit damage. It's a great second star. And reduced AP cost lets you just stay in VATS forever. So yeah, this is fantastic. All right, number 2. It can only go downhill from here, I think. Number 2, we've got a Stalker's Light Machine Gun. Yeah, this is the opposite of what I just got. Stalker's Light Machine Gun with plus 50% damage and 90% reduced weight. This is not a VATS weapon, so any kind of VATS effect is completely useless. You're not gonna bash with this. And 90% reduced weight just means when it's in my stash waiting to be Scrip, it doesn't take up much space. Next up, we've got a, wow, yeah, we used up all our luck on the first one maybe. Nocturnal Salvage Assaultron Head, replenish AP with each kill and damage resist while aiming. Okay. 3rd star, I never want extra damage resistance while doing anything on a 3rd star on a weapon. My armor is my defense, my weapon is not. Replenish AP with each kill. Let's see, what's the AP cost on this? 30? I mean, it's not usually an effect I'm looking for, but I mean, Assaultron heads suck as weapons, and bonus damage half the time. Nocturnal is not an effect I'm interested in either, so this is definitely Scrip. Next up, we've got a Nocturnal the Dragon, replenish AP with each kill, faster movement speed while aiming. Dragon is, I like dragons. They have super slow reloads though. So if I don't have the 3rd star of faster reload speed, probably not gonna use it. And definitely faster movement speed while aiming. I'm already using Speed Demon, so I don't really need anything. I mean, nothing else is gonna help with movement speed. Replenish AP with each kill. You tend to not stay in VATS with these. You tend to shoot and then reload. You're not really in VATS. So that 2nd star is not all that helpful. And again, damage, bonus damage half the time, not interested. Next up, we've got Assassin's Black Powder Pistol, damage while aiming, movement speed while aiming. Okay, 3rd star, not helpful. I like these in VATS. I mean, damage while aiming is actually decent if you want to play that way. I like to play these in VATS, so that 2nd star is not helpful. And I don't need bonus damage against humans. Next, we've got a Junkie's Assault Rifle with bash damage and damage resist while reloading. Junkies is a decent effect if you run addictions. I don't, so that won't give me any kind of benefit at all. Bash damage, not really looking to bash with these, and damage resist while reloading, not interested in that either. Next up, we've got Mutant Slayer's Railway Rifle with bash damage and bonus critical charge. Mutant Slayer's, it's a enemy-specific effect, which I'm not really interested in. Bash damage, I'm just not looking to bash with weapons. I mean, for fun, you could. I think you can put a bayonet on this, probably do decent bash damage, actually. And bonus critical charge. That 3rd star is good, the rest I'm not interested in. Next up, we've got Gourmand's Hunting Rifle. Bullets explode and damage resist while reloading. Bullets explode, that's kind of a fun effect. I'd rather have VATS hit chance on a hunting rifle. Gourmand's mid-tier effect, a little bit of extra damage. That 3rd star, not interested in that. But overall, this is just kind of so-so, and it's going to be back in the Scrip machine. Next, we've got a Bloodied Combat Rifle, and then it goes downhill from there. We've got Last Round, which is a terrible effect, and a chance to become invisible, which is also a terrible effect. So yeah, Bloodied is good, the rest of it is not so much. Next, we've got a Ghoul Slayer's Hellstorm Missile Launcher, plus 50% damage to ghouls, Last Round, and damage resist while reloading. Honestly, I've never used a Hellstorm Missile Launcher. I'm not really a missile launcher person. If I ever had a good one drop for me, I would give it a go. But this is not the case. We don't need bonus damage against ghouls. Last Round, what do these hold? 4? I mean, I guess Last Round could be marginally useful on something like this. I actually don't know. I'd rather have VATS hit chance or extra critical damage, but Last Round might work with such a low ammo capacity, but the 3rd star, yeah, I don't need the damage resist while reloading. So this is Scrip. We've got a Troubleshooter's Western Revolver with 25% damage while aiming and damage resist while aiming. Well, the second and third stars go together. That's about the only good thing I can say about them. Damage to robots, really, I don't want enemy-specific stuff. I've got better Western Revolvers than this, which isn't that difficult. So this is Scrip. So far, it looks like every ounce of luck that we had was used up on the very first pull, and then everything, it was a trick. Purveyor said, hey, look at this awesome thing I got, and I probably have more, and then the rest is going to be crap. Let's find out. Mutant's minigun, limb damage, and damage resist while aiming. You're probably using this in power armor, so you don't really need extra damage resist while aiming. Plus 50 isn't that much. Limb damage actually could be very useful if you want to cripple a crowd, and this could be very good for something like that, and mutants will give you extra damage with mutations. So this could be a semi-okay crippling gun, if that's what you want to go. Otherwise, put it in the Scrip machine. Next, we've got a Stalker's Railway Rifle with weapon speed and agility. I don't need extra specials on my ranged weapons. Weapon speed, on a Railway Rifle, the speed is so fast, and with faster fire rate, I find it impossible if I'm using it as an automatic to be able to shoot just one shot. I'm shooting 2 shots every time, or 2 rounds every time. And with only 10 rounds that it holds, that's not super helpful. And Stalkers, I just don't find reliable enough to want to use. So this is Scrip. We've got a Gourmand's Alien Disintegrator with damage while aiming and 90% reduced weight. Gourmand's mid-tier effect, extra 24% damage. These are very hard to manually aim. I mean, you can aim them, but they don't have a sight, and the projectiles travel very slowly. So these are very well suited to VATS, not so much manual aiming. So this is not something I would want. We've got a Zealot's 50 cal with exploding bullets and reload speed. Okay, well, the second and third star are really good. Zealots is not that great. I mean, it's enemy specific. There are a lot of Scorched in the game, but still it's enemy specific. But if it was something that gave extra damage, this would be a keeper for sure. But since it's Zealots, it is not. Next, we've got a Troubleshooter's Missile Launcher with extra critical damage and chance to become invisible, which seems like kind of an insane effect to have on a missile launcher, but whatever. Extra critical damage seems like it would be okay. But we have an enemy specific with troubleshooters, so I'm not interested. Next on the list, we've got a Bloodied Handmaid with damage while aiming and faster movement speed while aiming. Okay, well, Bloodied is good. I mean, I love Handmaids. Handmaid's my favorite gun. Bloodied is a really good effect if you're playing low health. I'm not, but if I was, yeah, that would be a great effect. Damage while aiming, if you play out of VATS, that's a really good effect. If you play with VATS, it's useless. And that third star is useless pretty much no matter what you do. Next, we've got a Bloodied Gauss shotgun with bash damage and damage resist while reloading. Bloodied is a good effect if you play that way. Bash damage, it's not really something you're looking to bash with. And that third star, damage resist while doing anything. I just don't want that on my weapons. In fact, just take it out of the loot pool. Just get rid of it. We have a Hunter's Flamer with damage while aiming and reload speed. Damage while aiming is good. I tend to manually aim these or hip fire, either way. But manual aiming on something like this is that could be a really good bonus. And reload speed is nice. They don't reload super quickly, so that's a good third star. But it is Hunters. We're not looking for bonus damage against animals. Plus, there is the Holy Fire, which is just kind of better than a normal Flamer anyway. Next up, we've got a Mutant's Crossbow with extra critical damage and +1 agility. Crossbows in general are kind of bad. I mean, I like pretty much anything. I can make anything work, but crossbows are just so frustrating. They're incredibly buggy in VATS, and I think the damage is a tad underwhelming. Regular bow is just so much better that crossbow's kind of a hard sell, unless you want to play an archer in power armor, because you can't use a regular bow that way. So Mutants has a little bit of extra bonus damage, which is nice. It's a mid-tier effect. Extra critical damage is nice. +1 agility, not all that helpful. And with the crossbow being as buggy as it is, I think I'd rather have fast or plus 50% VATS hit chance is what I would want for a crossbow. But even then, I'm probably still not going to use it. Next up, we've got an Assassin's Black Powder Rifle with replenished AP with each kill and that whole damage resistance while doing something. So third star sucks. With the Black Powder Rifle, I really want to have VATS hit chance just because it is... you shoot or you reload after every time you shoot, and so you want to make every shot count. So I'm really looking for VATS hit chance on something like that, and I'm never looking for extra damage against humans. Next up, we've got a Berserker's Alien Disintegrator with 50% critical damage and a chance to generate a stealth field. Third star, never interested in that. Critical damage is really good, and Berserkers, if you are playing a character with 0 damage resistance, that's a good effect. I do wear armor and I have resistance, so it's not useful for me. The nice thing is, I mean, this is going to be Scrip, but if this was a good thing, The nice thing is these are tradable now. So that's the thing. So if I actually got an effect that was good for another character, I could move it, which is really nice. But this is going into the Scrip machine. Let's continue with the pain. Executioner's Fat Man, replenish AP with each kill, damage resist while reloading. With an explosive launcher type weapon, you really want 2-shot. If you don't have 2-shot, it's pretty much Scrip, and I would say that is the case with this one. Next up, we've got an anti-armor plasma pistol, damage while aiming, bonus critical charge. I do like plasma guns, they're very good, even if it's just the regular variety and not Enclave. Damage while aiming is... I like these in VATS, although the AP cost is pretty high. So if you do a flamer, you put a flamer on it and use it out of VATS, damage while aiming could actually be pretty useful. But then you have the 3rd star, which is a VATS charge. So the 2nd and 3rd effects don't go together. So this will end up being Scrip. Next, we've got a Zealot's minigun with bullets explode and faster reload speed. Okay, this is the 2nd heavy gun that we've got that was Zealots. The last was a 50 cal, and it's the exact same effects, exploding bullets and faster reload speed. Something like this, that could be really fun. This could do really well with that, but it's Zealots. I mean, too bad it's not something else, just something that gives me extra damage against everything. Even if it was a mid-tier, something like Gourmands, this would actually be really fun, but since this is Zealots, I am just going to toss it away. Next up, we've got a quad. Quad Assaultron head with weapon speed and +1 perception. Assaultron heads are just terrible. And yeah, quad is supposed to be good. You can just charge it up with all the and do crazy high damage. But yeah, I'm just never interested in these weapons. I've tried using them on numerous occasions, and I've never, I've never wanted to keep using them. So this is going back into the machine. Next, we've got an Executioner single action revolver with limb damage and +1 agility. With a single action revolver, reloading 1 bullet at a time, I really want faster reload speed on that 3rd star. Limb damage, I'm not looking to cripple, I'm looking to kill stuff. And Executioners, I'd rather have something that gives me more damage on every single shot, not just that situation. So this is, I would need a perfect roll to use one of these, and this is not that. Next, we've got a Mutant Slayer's pump action shotgun with weapon speed and reduced weight. Mutant Slayer's enemy specific, not interested in that. I do like pump action shotguns quite a lot though. Weapon speed, I'd rather have VATS hit chance, 90% reduced weight. I don't really need reduced weight on this, so this is Scrip. We've got an Exterminator's Tesla rifle with bash damage and +1 perception. It's enemy specific and bash. You're not looking to bash with these. These are either tagging or killing weapons. They're not bashing weapons. +1 perception, it's just, I don't want extra specials on my ranged weapons, so this is not anything good. Next, we've got a Mutant Slayer's harpoon gun with +50% VATS hit chance and bonus VATS critical charge. Okay, VATS hit chance is good. These don't have a crazy long range, so that is a good thing. And VATS critical charge, I mean, they go together. If you're doing critical hits, that's a good thing. 1st star, though, is enemy specific, and I'm not interested in enemy specific. All right, we are down to the final 10. 10 more of these things, and let's see what we can get. Something good. Another Executioner's single action revolver with bash damage and weapon breaks slower. Yeah, this is pretty similar to the one we just said wasn't any good, and this one isn't any good. Next, we've got a Berserker's Cryolator with VATS hit chance and damage resist while aiming. Okay, that 1st star is a VATS effect, the 3rd star is not. Berserkers could be good if you're playing that way. I am not, and this is, yeah, this would be so-so for a Berserker, actually, but it's not something I want to keep. We've got a Mutant Slayer's Pipe Bolt action pistol with limb damage and damage resist while reloading. 3rd star isn't good. 2nd star is okay if you're looking to target enemy limbs and cripple them, but the 1st star is bonus damage against just one specific enemy type, so this gets thrown away. Next, we've got an Aristocrat's pump action shotgun with +50% VATS hit chance and damage resist while aiming. 3rd star isn't useful, but Aristocrats, extra 50% bonus damage is nice. VATS hit chance on shotguns is my favorite 2nd star, so this is actually pretty good. I'd rather have something on the 3rd star like faster reload speed or reduced AP cost, something like that. But even those first 2 stars, this is actually pretty good. Probably won't use it, but it's still a pretty good weapon. We've got a Hunter's Bow with damage while aiming and chance to generate a stealth field. Okay, these are very silenced weapons, so you really don't need any extra help with stealth. I mean, that 3rd star just isn't any good. Damage while aiming, I think bows are really good as VATS, and they're very difficult to manually aim, so I'm never looking for damage while aiming on a bow. And Hunters, I mean, it's very good thematically, you know, it really goes with the bow, but it's enemy specific, and I am not interested. Next, we've got a Ghoul Slayer's Hellstorm missile launcher. Isn't that what we had before, was Ghoul Slayers on the Hellstorm? I think it was. I still don't want it. We want 2-shot on something like this. If it's not 2-shot, it is Scrip. So yeah, that's what this is. Next, we've got Troubleshooter's Broadsider with extra critical damage, reduced AP cost. Okay, second, third stars are decent effects, but this is a launcher weapon. You want two-shot, not troubleshooters, not enemy-specific, so Scrip it is. Next, we've got a Aristocrat's Ultrasight Gatling Laser with bash damage and damage resist while reloading. Okay, Aristocrats, that's a good effect. Extra 50% damage, but this is not a bashing weapon. The low base damage would make this, I think, a pretty poor bashing weapon, and that third star, just something I never want. We are down to the final two. Let's see what we get with this one. Ghoul Slayer's Pipe Pistol, limb damage and 90% reduced weight. Yeah, I don't really need to tell you why this is bad. All right, the last one. Maybe we'll go out with a bang. We started with a bang, had a lot of junk in the middle, and we'll go out with a bang with this one. Yeah, okay, that's actually pretty good. Bloodied 50 cal machine gun with bullets explode, and that third star is not any good. This is essentially a 2-star. On heavy weapons, though, generally the third star isn't super important. Something like this, you probably want maybe 90% reduced weight, faster reload, something like that. But even bloodied explosive, this is actually a really good gun. So yeah, that was actually really good. So this is where we started. We had a lot of total trash after this, but we started with a Godroll. So if you can go to the Purveyor, no matter how much you spend, if you can come away with a Godroll, you did really well. And that's what this is, a Godroll on my favorite weapon. And the other good one was this bloodied 50 cal, bloodied explosive 50 cal. Even though it's only 2 stars, because it's a heavy weapon, that third star is not as important. So this is actually really good as well. So we started with a Godroll, ended with a really good weapon, and had complete trash in between. But overall, I would consider this a successful trip to the Purveyor. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.